I am so angry, I'm shaking right now. This 101 call handler, they keep doing this. She terminated my call. I just had a 101 call handler terminate my call. She didn't give me her name. She's telling me she's got the information. She's saying it wasn't my partner that called the police, that it was someone watching my live stream. I'm shaking right now because I said, how can you have that information, but you haven't got the information of the two police officers, the names of the police officers who turned up at my door? Oh, I haven't got that information. Liar, liar. And I will play the recording. You're criminals. You are criminals. I am sick to absolute death of it. I'm absolutely, someone just came on and watched this and then went off. Okay, I'm being monitored. You're pathetic. You're pathetic. I will play the recording of that call and I will speak over the top where I give the address of this place, because you are putting my safety at risk. Sussex Police, you are putting me in danger. I said that those two who just turned up could have been police impersonators for all I know. Oh, how do you... Because there are people out there who are buying uniforms and the gear, and they're turning up at people's doors. There was no police car. This is what is happening. By law, you need to give me the names of the two police officers. So she's then showing me fake sympathy. You only have to listen to it. I need to stay calm because there are people who want me to lose my temper. It's nearly 1:30 in the morning. They said to me, the two police officers who turned up here and didn't give me their names, they told me to ring 101. They are playing dangerous games. You, Sussex Police, Eastbourne Police, are guilty of very serious crimes against me. She had the information. She said it wasn't your partner who called. It was someone who called out of concern. Out of concern for me. But she hasn't got the information. So why is she hanging up on me? We've got other people to deal with. So she said, I would be angry too if someone turned up at my door. Listen to the phone call. She actually said, I would be angry if someone turned up at my door. The feelings police. The feelings police. Right, just listen to this phone call. She's given me the reference number, telling me to ring back, and she's then hung up on me. She hasn't given me her name. I'd already told her about how before my partner was arrested, I recorded an hour, it was an hour and 38 minutes, I think, of a call handler saying they wouldn't hang up on me, and they did. And then they answered my 999 call whilst Darren was assaulting me. So the police, Eastbourne Police and Darren Webb and the call handlers, you're all guilty of putting me in danger and abusing me. You're hanging up on me. This is what I've had to deal with just now. Each and every one of you are responsible for yourselves. Sick to bloody death of it. It's like, put them all in bloody nappies. I'd already told her that I've got a recording of a voice message for DC Kamar, PCSO Cox, over this crazy man banging and swearing over a washing machine. I'm here for my safety. I've got to be very careful that I cover up.
To Sussex Police. If you require an alternative force, press hash.
Actually, if I can skip the first bit where she's asking me for my address.
Find out.
Yeah. because I'm pretty damn angry. I didn't have to answer the door to them, given everything that I've been through and what it's about. It's no, move on from the postcode bit.
Oh, okay. What's your... So you're 4...
Hang on a minute.
Okay, yeah.
I've got recordings of call handlers hanging up on me. Excuse me. It's all up because my partner, who was eventually arrested for assaulting me here, though he's a bit upset about what I'm saying on my YouTube channel. So they turned up, which I didn't have to answer the door to them, but I've been crying in distress. So either it's a welfare check for me or it's a welfare check for him. And I'm here for my safety. As they were walking away, they didn't give me their names. I let them know about one of the criminals in my council accommodation, which I've stayed away from for my safety, who was mentioned on the national news with her mother as having mugged the elderly. And they were doing that 2 years before being placed in the accommodation with me. I recorded her along with all the other criminals. I've had my bedroom window smashed at that property. This is council accommodation. So my YouTube channel is all about documenting corruption and within the police and the council. But they've turned up because my partner, who was arrested the other day, a few weeks ago, for assaulting me and abusing me in here, they've turned up for his feelings because they don't actually deal with real crimes because they're criminals themselves. Because I've been documenting what the police have done to me over 6 years. So I would like to have their names, please.
I can't give you their names. I can't see a link to that. I don't even know why they don't have access to that, unfortunately. But I'm just trying to...
Well, the local MP is in on this. She's in on the cover-ups. They all are, all of them. I'd like to know what happened to the clothes they stripped off my body up on Beachy Head during a suicidal welfare check, and then they slandered me in the Herald saying I beat the police, even though I've got many photographs of bruises left on me by the police as a vulnerable woman. So yeah, that's what they know, what my YouTube channel is about. They know, they all know, and I would just like to have their names. They were here just minutes ago. My name is on your system. How can they not have the names of the two who turned up? They could be impersonators. They could be perverts. Oh, let's put on a police. There are people who will buy very authentic police. I know. I've heard about it. I've seen the footage. As soon as I say my name, they know who I am. They've got my name on their system. I've recorded. My name is on the 101 system. I can't play you the first part of the phone call because the first part of the phone call, I'm giving the address of this place. So I can't play you that for my protection, for GDPR and... But they've got my name on the system. That's why she started doing the briny. I'll play it for you before hanging up on me. I've got loads of recordings where they've done this to me. Loads. Where they've said, we've got evidence of you've been making malicious phone calls. I had a PCSO say that to me at the accommodation that I'm keeping away from for my safety. And I said, you provide me of evidence of those malicious phone calls, because under common law, you need to provide evidence of that which you claim. Otherwise, they've caused me loss, harm, and personal injury, which is up to 25 years each, malfeasance of office in prison. I said, because I've got plenty of evidence against them. So you just listen to the rest of this phone call. Just listen to her. Listen to what she's saying and how she changes towards the end. This is typical, this is, before hanging up on me. And these two clowns just turned up at the door because someone has reported my live stream and it wasn't Darren, but all of a sudden we need to be careful of Darren's feelings. That doesn't make sense because 10 people liked my live stream. Call handlers as part of the corruption. One call handler saying she wouldn't hang up on me an hour. I won't do it. Then she did it. And then she answered my 999 call when my partner was actually assaulting me. And they've got the nerve to turn up here because he's a little bit upset. He's 53. He's a bit upset about what I'm posting. And Darren, you've brought this on yourself. You haven't protected me from the criminal police. You've abused me yourself. So you need to take responsibility for yourself, because I'm done with it all. I'm absolutely done. What I'm putting on my, even though I have been crying and suicidal, don't bother calling the police out because I'm suicidal. Because the last time I was taken down from Beachy Head, I was threatened by staff at NHS staff. I was told if I left the hospital, they would call the police. And at the same time, they were bullying me off the premises with security guards. And I've been injured by a security guard as well, trying to protect my... I've got so many horror stories. I really... I'm trying very, very hard not to lose my temper. And I'd just like to add, there was a moment where I thought, I'm getting a bit too angry with this call handler. Let's give her a chance. And she hung up on me. They're all the same. They are all vermin. 6 years of this. Since I've been with my partner, the abuse, I don't know which abuse is worse, to be perfectly honest. Being assaulted by him or being assaulted by the police. Good point. Because I'm on severe disability, I haven't been able to take action against Sussex Police, but I will be speaking out about this, and the call handlers, the whole lot. I will be speaking out about this if it's the last thing I do. In other words, I'll be going onto the streets. Don't waste your time with the call handlers, because they're not going to deal with crime, real crime. But wait till you hear when I tell her about Sherelle Clark and Dion Clark, mentioned in the national news. The last time I went to the police desk was on the 7th of October last year, and it was all a setup. I said I would be returning with my lady witness who's going through cancer treatment, a crucial member of the public who was attacked in the street trying to help me by random drunks, and then I was arrested on a fraud. No paperwork. 24 hours of non-stop torture. Me, a woman who's never the most law-abiding citizen you'll ever meet. And I was threatened with prison, everything, and then they released me. Dragged in handcuffs, it was torture, it was a psyops. But nah, they're too busy protecting the criminals. They arrested me at 6 o'clock in the morning, 3 hours after I recorded a licensee on a criminal tag threatening to beat me up. It's a miracle I'm here actually talking to you. I will ask for your name in a minute, but I didn't get to ask for her name because, as you will hear, she terminated the call. So angry, I am trying to contain that anger. The worst thing I ever did was ask for help. I would have been better to ask for cancer. It really would. Honestly. Oh, my mother, you were right. Some people believe that life on earth is hell. You're right about that. You cried for me before you died. And if you knew, they're not there to help you.
happening everywhere in this country. They're protecting criminals and targeting the vulnerable. Cowards.
Yeah, and the same goes for police abusing powers. Yeah, what a sham. If you had anything to do with this, what a sham. What a sham. What absolute con artists.
I didn't have to answer the door to them. They didn't give their names. Didn't put their body cameras on or anything. I wanted to know why they were there, though. They were trying to get information out of me. You've been making YouTube videos, have you?
2 males. The younger
one. Is that a crime?
It was the younger one that was speaking to me. The taller, bald one. I don't care if I'm being rude about how I describe him. The older one was just in the background. It's the younger one. They're just actors.
Oh, we're just a little bit concerned, and you just need to be a little bit careful what you say.
Would I be setting up this YouTube channel as if I haven't got better things to do? I am doing it to document their corruption, their lies, their physical and mental torture of me over 6 years. We're a bit concerned about you. They told me to ring 101. Wait till you hear what she says before she terminates the call.
What like the live stream where I was attacked in the early hours? I've got that as part of my evidence for the council. Blood left on the door, police doing nothing, and someone watched it live in America and said, "Oh."
Were the police concerned about me then? Evidence of licensee attacking me and blood on my door. And I've just said to her, and she's not listening. Someone commented claiming they were in America watching, and they said, "Crumbs, I thought the cops here were bad. You're all put nappies on because you'll wet yourselves. You
Crumbs, I thought the cops here were bad. Your UK police do nothing." No, of course they don't. The number of times they've arrested me,
my mother
could
and
not
grandmother
make it
wouldn't
up.
believe
They
it.
are a joke, and they all know it. And the PCSOs as well, and the neighbourhood policing team, a lot of them. I'm here for my safety because of what happened in that accommodation. My things are still in that room. I had to flee the property for my safety. Because social services, no one was doing anything. They were targeting me for speaking out. Excuse me. They know I've got no one else. Cowards.
All right, Brian, so how can I help you?
Yeah, well,
did you hear it? Shall I play it again? I've just been saying all of that. It's like me crying on YouTube, and Darren leaving those vile voice messages for me. If you want to know what a narcissist is, there you go. There you go, Darren. You're no different. And yet you say I'm like them? Listen to what she just said. All right, Bryony, how can I help you? After everything I've just said, listen to that again.
Targeting me for speaking out. Excuse me.
Pause.
They know I've got no one else.
Hang on
Cowards.
a minute. Wait for it. Listen to what she's going to say.
All right, Brian, so how can I help you?
It's unbelievable, isn't it? I've just told her all of that. All right, Bryony, so how can I help you? What did I say to her at the start? I want to know who those 2 men were knocking at the door. Because she goes on to say, "Oh, I too would be annoyed if someone woke me up at it's coming up to nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't asleep, but they were standing. I looked out of the window and they're looking up. Two male police officers, and these two Pampers wearing, one of them's like 7 foot tall with a bald head. Bloody hell, put nappies on because you'll wet yourselves. I were walking up the road when I came out and I said you did nothing about Sherelle and Dion Clark, who've been imprisoned for mugging the elderly. Just listen to this woman pretending to show concern before she hangs up. Listen to this.
Yeah, well, as I said, the reason why I've rang is to merely find out the names of those police officers.
Yeah, I can't give that information. I don't know the names of them.
Well, I can't give that information. I don't know the names of them. They told me to ring 101. And you, Eastbourne Police, are not doing anything. So if I get another call and they don't tell me who they are, they could be police impersonators. She's got my information on the system. How? Because in a minute, you will hear her say my name several times and she will say that whoever's watching my live streams contacted the police out of concern. And it wasn't, and she actually, you can hear her say it wasn't Darren. So why isn't she giving me the names of the two police officers? Because they know they don't want me, just like Darren, they don't want their names on my YouTube channel. Bingo!
They're not written on the log.
They're not written on the log. You liar, you bare-faced liar. That call handler, she goes on to hang up on me and she doesn't give me her name. Listen.
I don't know who they are, unfortunately. But I've linked it all. I did find it. I've linked it together. Okay?
Right, okay.
And I'll give you the reference number.
Okay.
So it's 59. And today's date, which is the 13th of 10th, 2022.
Right, okay.
I'll just wipe my ass with that number.
Okay. So you can't give me their names. You can't.
No, I can't. I don't know them. I wouldn't be able to give them to you.
I don't know them. I can't give you their names because I don't know them. They told me to ring 101. Those two clowns dressed as police officers told me to ring 101 to get the information. Listen to this.
If I did know them, but I don't know their names.
Amazing. So they've come out at nearly 1 o'clock in the morning over someone's feelings, and you can't, over a YouTube live stream, and you can't give me the names of the people who just turned up, the police officers.
Correct.
Right, okay. Well, if you can't give me that information, then for all I know, they could be impersonators.
So let me give you the reference number. It's 59.
She's just totally ignored what I just said. They could be impersonators. They could be burglars. They could be rapists dressed in police, for all I know. Because there are police impersonators out there. There are people impersonating paramedics. This is what goes on in the world today. And they're telling me to be careful. Be careful. They told me to ring 101 and she hangs up on me. So why are you reporting my live streams if she's going to hang up on me? Listen, she's going to hang up on me. You will hear the call handler terminate my call. I will tell 101 exactly what I'm doing. I will live stream my phone call.
They told me to ring 101. They told me, sorry to raise my voice.
If you want to actually make a complaint, I can do that.
Given everything that I've just told you, I haven't got any energy. I've just been saying to you about how I've been in tears on my live stream, feeling suicidal. I've given everything I've just.
And you feel like the police aren't supporting you. But I mean, all I can do at this stage is offer to create a complaint on your behalf. Is that something that you would like to do? Or is it something you want to do in the morning, but you take the reference number when you're feeling...
Yeah. Because I'm really going to put myself through all of that when you go on to terminate the call. Listen, she's going to terminate the call in a minute. She hasn't even given me her name, which is really helpful.
So if you decide that's what you want to do, you can ring back in the morning or later on tonight. We're here all night. And give us a reference number, and we can take a full complaint.
Well, for all I know, they could be impersonators. There was no police car.
I tell you what, I'm going to leave a voice message for DC Kamar and say exactly what I've just been put through.
I mean, people are able to buy uniform. You know, we have to do this the official way, because they were wearing uniform, right? No, I'm just saying, if you haven't even got it on your system, who the police that just turned up, they had the cameras and everything, and they just walked up the road. They could be they are people who impersonate police officers. So there are people who can go and buy this gear and.
Okay, but you did speak to them, didn't you? You did. So you believe that when you were...
I've had my door kicked in by them in the all-male salon place, and it was PC Curtis who kicked my door in and called me an idiot. He was the one who assaulted me along with PC Arthur Davini when they were dragging me out of the tourist information desk when the Herald reported me missing, and dragged me backwards through Hyde Gardens, almost injuring me. And he pushed and shoved me, that northern twat. Excuse my French.
Answered the door. You knew that they were police officers.
I answered the door to them because I'm bloody scared of what they might do to me. They're criminals for everything that they've done to me over 6 years.
Well, given, yeah, okay. I am angry. I am because of everything I've been. Yes, because of everything I've been put through over the past 6 years. I've had crimes committed against me by real police officers. So I want to know who the names are of those two who just turned up, because this is pathetic. This is absolutely. I've had 6 years of this.
I bet their mothers and grandmothers, Eastbourne Police, if you're watching, do you think your mothers and grandmothers would be proud of you? Do you think your children would be? No, because you slammed the cell door in my face. Hangable offences under Nuremberg treaties, but no, PC Franklin Lester, he was a little bit scared by that. Yes, and so you should be if you have met John Alexander Patterson. Because what is being done to us in this country, our human rights and civil liberties, the damage is done. You better clean it up. But no, you kept doing it. That's the same message I've been leaving for my partner on here.
Police brutality, unlawful detention.
Bryony, that is a call handler who has got my information. Listen to what she goes on to say.
She made aware that it's not your ex-partner that made this report.
It was not your ex-partner that made this report. Yeah, go on.
It's somebody we don't know. I can't give you that information about who that person is, but it's...
We don't know who it was, but yes.
Somebody else.
It was somebody else, yes.
Your YouTube channel to our attention.
Okay.
That brought your YouTube channel to our attention, yes. So they've got that information, but they haven't got the information of the 2 police officers who turned up.
check in to see if you're okay.
All right. Okay. I wasn't. Yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So I want you to know that I understand that you're upset, but you know that's not.
I understand that you're upset. Yeah, all that bullshit.
We were just trying to see if you were okay. You know, we were just trying to see if you were okay.
Yeah. No.
I've got, bearing in mind, I've just told her about the call handler I recorded before my partner assaulted me, leading up to him assaulting me. Well, for over an hour, she was saying she wouldn't hang up on me, and I've got her recorded hanging up on me. And this is what this call handler's going to do, and she hasn't given me her name.
I do appreciate what you've just said. Thank you. I obviously I do understand what they're, getting at. But I did not. I'm not. This is not a hobby. I am not making these messages for my. I left a voice message for DC Kamar, who was the one who released my partner from on a caution, and because of the distress of everything that's going on, I've left voice messages for him. This isn't a hobby. I don't make these live streams for believe me, I'm just documenting. I've left messages for my partner because of how he's treating me, and it's just I can't communicate with him over what he's done. What he's.
I mean, it sounds like you've been through a lot. I do. Yeah. I am sympathetic, but I hope that put your mind a little bit. But it was, somebody else who was concerned about you, just wanted to make a report to us that we checked in on you, and so it's nothing sinister.
Well, I just find it a little bit strange though that they were the younger one was showing concern for Darren, but they didn't know. But they started off saying they were concerned for me.
I don't know the ins and outs of it, unfortunately, but
okay, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
It's just very emotional.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I understand. I'm going to hang up on you in a minute. Yeah, and I'm going to ring 101 back and tell them exactly what's happening and that I'm live streaming the call.
You've got a lot going on. I totally understand.
Thank you.
And having a police shop at your door would be a bit of, well, if it happened to me, I would be a bit surprised.
It's a trigger for, yeah.
A bit surprised. My God. So serious. They are so fake, all these liars. Oh, it's like a disease. You can, it's so heavy. I can feel it through the laptop, the lies, the corruption. It's just so,
Understand why it's a bit distressing for you.
The thing is, I am carrying so much anger over what has been done to me over 6 years with the police and the council. Oh, don't. I've tried every organizer. Did you, I had to, listen, the last police callander I spoke to, I had to repeat myself several times because she wasn't listening. And I recorded it several times. I said to her that I was extremely vulnerable. And then she said, "Are you vulnerable?" And that was over this nutcase next door. I've had to deal with some funny people here in... the only person who is affirming me and supporting me is I've got no one else, and that is not even the doctor, nobody. I told you about what happened at A&E. I've got so many horror stories of what I have been put through with Sussex Police and Sussex Partnership and the council. My lady witness who's going through cancer treatment, who was attacked in the street trying to help me. I was literally on the pavement crying out to the public for help because the police were targeting me. And I am angry, not just for myself, yeah.
She's just said I'm going to have to end the call. So she doesn't want to hear any more of what I've got to say. This is what they like doing. They all do it.
Yeah, well, I hear that all the time.
I've had the doctor say it to me. Dr. Caro, I'm sick to the back teeth. The night that I was attacked. Oh, you need to have a realistic understanding of what a doctor can do for you. And yet they're the ones saying, have you tried your doctor? Have you tried this? Have you tried that? There isn't anything. The UK is going to burn in hellfire. And there are going to be a lot of people wailing in the flames.
I hear that all the time, but you haven't even given me the names of the 2 police officers. You asked me when I already told you.
At the start of the call, when I asked who the police officers are, and she's not telling me, but she's told me my name. She's used my name several times, and she has said it wasn't my partner who rang. So why can't she tell me who it was who turned up?
You said, why have I phoned you? And I told you why. And you won't give me the names of the 2 police officers who turned up. You've got the information. Can I just say, no, listen, you gave me, listen. No, yes, you
She just said she's going to terminate the call.
have. Yes, you have. You're lying because you've got the information of who it was that called. No, you haven't given me your name. You haven't given me your name.
She just hung up on me. So there you go. There's your evidence, folks. 2 police officers who called at nearly 2 o'clock in the morning, buzzing on the door, buzz, 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 buzz. If they're not banging on the door, last time, was it PC Ford? PC Ford banging on the actual flat door. But no, they were outside. Can you know, I thought I should have ignored it, but I'm struggling to sleep at night. I'm struggling to sleep in the daytime. I'm struggling to sleep, period. Even with Zopiclone, because of the trauma that has been done to me. So there you go. They walked away from me. I could have lost it with them. I said, there's no shame in these people. People died for their freedoms. In the First World War that my grandmother lived through, and the Second World War. My grandmother lived through 2 world wars so that these bastards could do nothing but protect a mother and daughter who mugged the elderly, took their Zimmer frames, and beat up a man who's now too scared to go out. All of you put your nappies on because you wet yourselves. If you've got time to call the police over me making a live stream. But the evidence of me being attacked and the police doing nothing, and someone in America is saying, I thought the cops we're here were bad. They're not doing anything. And I'm saying no, because they're too busy targeting me and arresting me for recording antisocial behaviour with a bloody dictaphone. Yeah. Like the woman up north in Manchester who was thrown to the ground. Why? Because she put stickers in shop windows saying about our freedom, we're losing our freedom. And a whole group of them, like little boys in a playground, because they've been bullied and their mummies and daddies have spent their whole lives. Do you know what? You'll go through your lives like this. How do I know? Because when I did care work with the elderly, I was bullied by one particular elderly lady with a Zimmer frame. And she didn't put her bitterness in the past. She was a bully her whole life. Because her great niece, I was working with her. And she'd bully me and humiliate me even when I was bathing her. And there was a point where she stopped and said, I'm sorry, Bryony. Because even though she was a frail, haggardy old thing, she realised she'd wasted her whole life bullying people. And if you can use my live streams to do that, you are pathetic. You're not concerned for me. If you're concerned for me, get Tina Chave to fucking pull her finger out, police abusing powers community. Because I'm here for my safety. Because those people who were mugging the elderly got away with it until they were released to attack me. I could have ended up like that man that Sherelle Clark beat up and be too afraid to go out. And she was laughing about it. And they've got children. I'm so ashamed to be British. I am so ashamed. I've been ashamed to be British all my life. And why I wish my mother had stayed at sea. Because she had an amazing life. The people that she met. Harry Belafonte, when she was working at a gas station, and they said, go and serve that N-word. When she worked at Woman's Magazine and she met Jean Kelly, she had an amazing life. And I have ended up with such low life, insecure, that even the phone operators and Darren's friend at the food bank did exactly the same thing. We're going round in circles and hanging up. Well, don't worry, because my next call, you can ring up the police and say, she's ringing up the police. Because I'm going to make it live. I'm going to ring the police 101 live and say that I've just live streamed a call handler hanging up on me. So you can play this. You can play this to the death. You're pathetic. I am just holding up a mirror to you.